Let's bring in House Small Business Committee member, Congresswoman Beth Van Duyne. Congresswoman, what are lawmakers doing to help American businesses being crushed by these policies? I have an idea. Let them leave. I mean, let them leave these states. That's the answer. Let the states and the policymakers, the liberals there, suffer.
Well, I mean, they obviously are suffering, which is why you're seeing so many people from California and from New York that are fleeing those states and coming to states like Texas and Florida that get it. What can we do? We can get out of the way. When you look at the Biden crushing regulatory reforms, how they have added $1.3 trillion of debt, of costs on small businesses and businesses around the country, how they're attacking the regulatory industry, how they're attacking the energy sector, which has immediate implications. I mean, I was on the Small Business Committee when we had one of the Biden officials from SBA say, literally, this is the best, under the Biden administration, is the best time for a small business to start. Really? With 20% inflation, with crushing interest rates, with your regulatory environment, this is absolutely not the right time to start, which is why you're seeing so many of them fail. What can policymakers do? We can actually take policies that have worked in the past, specifically our Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. We can extend those policies that were working, that increased businesses coming back to America and offshoring, that increased in the investments in their employees and in the future of their businesses.
I want to talk about
these work. That's what we can do.
I want to talk about investment in employees for one, since you mentioned it. Trump says that he wants to do away with taxing tips for restaurant workers, for hospitality workers. Congress would need to get behind it. Can they?
Well, I mean, look, we're already seeing that you're having these crushing taxes on individuals, especially working families. Looking at the attacks on the energy industry and how that has crushed working families. Yes, I think we need to be able to provide some kind of support, some kind of relief. And under Ways and Means, that's what we're looking at. We've already been put into different groups to make sure that when we take control in January, that we will have a tax bill, hopefully, that gets passed in the first 100 days, that are looking at exactly those types of reliefs for people who are paying so much more, and it's infecting with a 20% inflation increase.
Congresswoman, I know you've called President Biden's executive action on the border just a stamp of approval on what he's already been doing. It won't work. I get that. Yeah. But what are Republicans in Congress wanting to do in response to it beyond just waiting for the next election? What can you be doing right now?
Well, I mean, look, we already passed an H.R. 2 bill for the border, our Border Security Act of 2023. This administration has already said that they're going to fight it. What they did when the administration came in, they had all these policies that were set in place by the Trump administration that were working, that gave us one of the most secure borders that we've ever had. And they systemically just started taking it apart. Now we're hearing 3.5 years later, after they claimed that it was Congress's inability, inaction, to be able to pass a border bill, by the way, which we did. They just couldn't get it out of the Senate. But now he's saying that his executive orders can actually fix it. If your executive orders could fix it now, why couldn't they fix it 3.5 years ago?
Right.
And let's face it, it was your executive orders that killed it, that crushed it, that allowed 10 to 11 million people into this country illegally, that have allowed the 110,000 deaths by fentanyl. Executive orders caused this problem. The Biden administration purposely caused this problem. And only because of his tanking poll numbers is he actually setting out this PR stunt to say that we're doing something about it. But they're not doing anything about it, as you can tell by the memos that are coming to CBP now.
Congresswoman Beth Van Duyne, great to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.